Hi everyone, it's Katie here at Webster Street Hearing Boutique. I'm one of the audiologists here, and one of the really exciting things that we're talking about in audiology right now is Auracast. If you've heard the term Auracast, it's something that we're all really excited about, but what is it? How does it work? How is it going to be applied? We kind of have to look at the history of this type of system first. So traditionally, hearing aid users, to be able to connect to a sound system in something like a theater or a worship space or a lecture hall, they would have to use something called a telecoil and a loop system, which is almost what it sounds, is that the loop exists in the walls of whatever space that you're in. And then hearing aid users could connect to that to allow them to get the audio from the speaker's microphone, so say the presenter at the front of the room, directly to their hearing aids. It was an okay system, but it required a lot of troubleshooting on the user's part, and it was really expensive to implement, so a lot of spaces just couldn't do it financially. In recent years, we've moved to something that's either an FM, so frequency modulated, or a DM, digitally modulated microphone system, which if you've ever tried to hook up your iPod in a car before you had an iPod jack, it basically tunes into a radio transmitter and then you can broadcast your signal that way. And so that's what we used instead, so that hearing aid users would have somebody wear this system, say in a classroom setting, the teacher would wear it for a student that had hearing aids, and then the signal from the teacher's voice would go directly to the student's hearing aids. And it was great because it was a mobile system, so it wasn't a room that had to be set up with it, it was whatever space that microphone system could be moved to the next classroom if the kid had to change classrooms. There were some other issues with it as well, though. The range of with them is not great. They were still relatively expensive, so not accessible to everybody, and would still require some setup on the user's part. And so oftentimes you run into troubleshooting issues, or if the teacher accidentally wore their microphone in a space where the student was not supposed to hear something and not turn it off, then that could be an issue. So now what we're looking at with hearing aids, and not just hearing aids, but any in-ear technology, is something called Auracast. And Auracast would be equipped in any sort of, again, lecture space, public gathering spaces, theaters, movie theaters, that would allow for the hearing aid user or someone with headphones or cochlear implants to be able to tune into this signal just by clicking through some options on their phone. Basically, in the same way that you would hook up to a Wi-Fi network in a space that had Wi-Fi, you'll see a little Auracast symbol that tells you can also hook up to the Auracast audio broadcast. This is a really cool implication, especially in places like airports, where you could sit at your gate and have the announcements for your specific gate broadcast to whatever in-ear technology that you're using, and can also be used for more like personal applications, like every TV, they say, in the future is also going to have Auracast equipped. It has an unlimited number of broadcast signals, so an unlimited number of hearing aid users or people with in-ear technology could use this as a device, and you could actually switch between audio signals as well, depending on what you want to watch. So for example, say you're running on a treadmill at the gym and there's 3 different TVs, you could pick a particular TV to tune into whatever that audio signal is. So it's great for accessibility, so that hearing aid users can have accessible audio available to them in pretty much any public space. It's going to be a lot more financially viable than a lot of the previous systems, and can also be used for a lot of personal applications, so that, say, someone could watch the TV with their set of headphones while you also have a hearing aid user tuning into it as well at home. So we're really excited about Auracast, and we're sort of looking at how hearing aids are going to keep implementing it, and a lot of manufacturers have started future-proofing their technology so that when Auracast is fully available to the public, then the hearing aids will already be equipped with this as an option for audio streaming. So if you like this content and you're more interested in other topics in audiology, please tune into our page.